Hi, in this tutorial we're going to look at the basis of installing and using brushes in Gimp. First of all, it helps to find some brushes to install, and I get most of mine from deviantart.com, the ones I don't make myself. If you log on to the website and then go to Resources and Stock Images, which is on the left somewhere, click on that. And then select Application Resources, and then select Gimp Brushes, and this will show you some Gimp brushes. So type in the search term for the sort of brush you're looking for. I'm going to start with fairy, because I want to find some fairy brushes, and I actually made some and they're on DeviantArt, so I think we'll use those. As you can see, there's quite a few. Pick the one you like. I'm going for this one, and then simply choose download. Save it to somewhere you can find it again. In this case I'm going to save it to my desktop, which usually ends up a mess with all the downloaded files, but anyway, let's go use the back button, and I'm going to find some other brushes as well. I'm going to look for lichen, because I know that's going to bring up some grungy brushes that I'm after. Oh, by me again. Nothing like self-promotion. Anyway, so I download and save these in exactly the same way as the other ones. And you can really go on a brush saving rampage, so you've got lots and lots from all different people if you want. For instance, let's go back again once we've downloaded that. And we'll change the search term again. This time I'm going to put blood, because it's Halloweenish. And you'll see, again, lots and lots of different brushes, and you can go and sort of look on the ones that interest you. When you download a brush, always have a little look here to see whether there's any terms of usage, like, you have to link back if on any picture you've used them. It depends, each one's different. Okay, next step is installing the brushes now that we've downloaded them. Now this is where I saved mine. You'll notice they're both zip files, so we right click and select Extract All, and up they pop. Okay, and you can see these are GBR files, which is the type of file that the Gimp brushes are. And we just need to take them to the right location, which in this case is the Gimp folder. Now if you go to your user folder, you should see a folder saying .gimp, whatever version number you've had, and in there is a folder called brushes, and just open that up and you'll see all the brushes that you've got. If you've never downloaded or installed ones, then this file will be empty. Then go back to the brushes that you've just downloaded, select them all, and simply drag them into the Gimp brushes folder. And there we go. So easy as that. Let's get rid of those, and where's my grungy brushes gone? Do exactly the same for any other brushes you've downloaded. You extract them first, open up the folder they're in. Now sometimes you get more than just the brush files in a folder. For example, this one's got a JPEG in. We only want to move the brush files over, so don't drag any text files or JPEGs in, just drag the others, which are the actual brush files. And once you've done that, you simply open up Gimp and the brushes will be in there. Once we've opened up Gimp with our new brushes in, we can start playing with them. So I'll just create a new blank document so we can see what's happened. I'm just going to fill it with a different colour so the brushes stand out a little bit more. Okay. So next, let's do some painting with the brush. On the brush preview thing where you can select brushes, we'll find our new fairy brushes. There's two types. There's the colour version and there's the grayscale version. With any brush that is a colour version, it doesn't matter what colour you have on the brush, it'll look exactly the same. It'll look like the colour version in the preview. But if you have a grayscale brush that's done properly, that picks up the colour you put on it. So in this case there's white. We get a different effect if we use black, and so on. You know, basically you can put whatever colour you want to paint with it. Just lay a few fairies around the place so we've got something to play with. These brushes are quite like stamps. You know, you just sort of, it's a one click and you get the brush image onto your picture. Like any brush though, you can scale it, you can do some bigger, some smaller. Now let's look at the grungy brushes we downloaded. These can be used slightly differently. They're less sort of stamp and more adding texture, if that makes sense. You can use them to paint with the brush tool, but I prefer to use them with dodge and burn. And like I said, use them to add texture and depth to a picture. You can see it just sort of adds sort of a slightly different dimension to an image and makes it slightly less flat. Although it can be completely overused sometimes. It's also fun to play with. Okay. So I'm just basically going to go nuts with my brushes, applying texture to this just to show you what can be done with brushes. This is all dodge and burn. And rather than bore you showing you exactly how I do things and how long it takes me, I'm going to start speeding up the video and use my many brushes, because I am something of a brush tart. I tend to pick up quite a few from DeviantArt. I tend to make quite a few of my own. And basically, you know, more you play with them, more you practice, the more you'll get the hang of how to use them. And like I say, it's quite fun to do. Yeah, and that's basically what you can do with brushes. There's all sorts. Like I say, the colour ones are more like stamps and they reproduce themselves when you use on the painting tool. The grayscale ones will pick up colour you put on the brush. Dodge and burn doesn't matter, it will just use either lighten or darken. And basically, you know, have fun. Thanks. Bye.